Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning. Oh, the lighting is off again. Let's see. Oh, it's still a little dark. That's better. Maybe I need to turn on the light. I don't know if that'll help or make it worse. We'll see. Hi guys. How's your day going? Oh, there's a hair in my water. Using coconut water in my coffee today. Anybody have any interesting plans? What day is today? Thursday? Gotta take Tyler to the doctor to get his kindergarten shots done. Even though we homeschool, we still do the shots. So, gotta go take him in, get his shots done. And other than that, I think we're just gonna keep going with our regular day. I talked about this a couple days ago. I've been researching curriculums like crazy. Oh my goodness, it's like all I do except for a little bit of work and taking care of the kids, of course, all that normal stuff. And so, sorry, I realized I never have a good cover picture, so I'm like, I need to look at the camera once and smile at the camera one time during this so that I have a good picture. So there's my smile. Anyways, I have been researching curriculums like crazy. I think I'm almost to the end of that, and we may or may not be switching up our math curriculum, which I was not expecting at all because I really love our math curriculum, but I have found a curriculum that I am loving so far. I am loving the samples and the videos even more than what I was loving the other. We're definitely going with it for language arts this year. It's called ACE, Accelerated Christian Education. And we're going to do language arts through them. And I'm looking at some of the other subjects, but I think science we're going to keep what I'd already bought because I already bought it, and I do think it'll be good for them. Social studies, I think I found a geography worksheet, and I'll review all this. I should have put this in the title. I didn't even know I was going to talk about it. I found a geography worksheet that workbook, not worksheet, that goes through maps and the different continents or different states, and then I think it goes into continents and stuff like that too. It looks really good. We may not finish it all in 1 year because it looked like a lot, but my kids really enjoy geography, and so I wanted to get that into their school year more this year. I think they'll have a lot of fun with that. So anyways, for language arts, we're looking at doing the ACE paces. ACEs, they have little workbooks called paces. And we're going to do English. Ryan's going to do English, word building, and possibly the literature and creative writing. I'm not sure. We might add that in later or something. I'm not sure. But we'll definitely start with English and the word building. And then Dylan's doing English and word building. And I'm still looking into Tyler's curriculum because he's kindergarten this year. So I just do a little bit more workbooks and writing and stuff in kindergarten. And Tyler is really interested in doing some schoolwork, so I do want to get him something so that he has something to do because I think he's ready for it. So anyways, yeah, I've been researching curriculums. I think I'm almost done. I got a little bit more to do, mostly Tyler's. And then we need to do the placement tests for the ACE stuff and see where the kids fall in that so that I can go ahead and buy what we need. And then we'll be ready to go. So, let's see. So there was two things that I wanted to talk about in this video besides my impromptu curriculum talk. I was reading 1 Corinthians today, or 2 Corinthians, sorry, 2 Corinthians 10 today, and 2 verses stood out to me in my reading. The first one was, well, this is a different version, but this is ESV. I was reading NIV, it's similar. It says, I, Paul, myself, entreat you by the meekness and gentleness of Christ, I, who am humble when face to face with you, but bold towards you when I am away. The part that stood out to me, and I think in the NIV it says, I, who am timid with you, face to face, and bold towards you when I'm away. That verse just made me think of all the people who are, and I know this is so common, who are comfortable saying things on social media that they wouldn't say in person. And I'm doing a video. And so there's a lot of people who would say something on social media that they would never say in person. Now, I'm not saying that Paul was saying like mean things through his letters and that he was saying nice things in person or anything like that. Obviously, Paul's letters are very God-inspired and everything. But it's a good reminder for us to be aware of how we are online versus how we are in person, and make sure that we are representing God well, no matter where we are, no matter what format we're talking to people through. So I just wanted to, that stood out to me, and I wanted to mention that. And then the other thing was, for though we walk in the flesh, we are not waging war according to the flesh. This reminded me of a Beth Moore study I did a couple years ago called Breaking Free, which, by the way, if you haven't done that study, I highly recommend it. It's an amazing study on breaking free from all of the junk that holds you down, I guess, but breaking free from Satan and his hold in your life. It's an amazing study. I totally recommend it to everybody. But anyways, in that study, she talks about what is our enemy and what is not our enemy. And there's actually an activity in the beginning of the book where she has you write down like all of the things that you are currently battling with, all the people that you're currently in a fight with, all of the battles that you're currently dealing with. And she goes through and says, this is not your enemy, this is not your enemy. So if you wrote down your husband, if you wrote down your work, a coworker, whatever, those people are not your enemy. Do you know who is your enemy? Is Satan. Satan is the enemy. And this is especially true, like, we always have fights in our world. That's always gonna happen. But it feels like in 2020 the fights are even worse. And every election year I think of this. Every time that there's an election or any type of political thing going on, there's always more fights. Right now people are fighting about masks. They're fighting about Black Lives Matter. They're fighting about Trump. They're fighting about whatever the other leaders are. I don't follow politics, so I don't even know the people that they're fighting about. Like, I see names and I'm like, I have no idea who that is. But anyways, they're fighting about all this stuff. And you know what? That is not the enemy. Masks are not your enemy. People who don't wear masks are not your enemy. People who say Black Lives Matter are not your enemy. People who say Blue Lives Matter are not your enemy. People who say All Lives Matter are not your enemy. None of them are your enemy. The only enemy there is Satan. If Satan can get us to fight, then he can distract us from the fact that he is our enemy. And when he distracts us from the fact that he is our enemy, then we are no longer battling Satan, we're battling people. And you know what? That means he gets away with a lot more. So we need to remember that the people and the things that we're fighting about, these are not our enemy. They're not. They're not the real issue. They're not the real problem. They're not the real enemy. Satan is the real enemy. And we need to fight Satan. That's it. We need to remember that. So, anyways, that's something I've thought about for years. I feel very strongly about, and I really wanted to share it with you guys since it came up to my mind again today. So, I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you guys later.